I want to assure the country that the challenges of fraud and corruption that had bedeviled the NHIF, they will never be, as so long as I am in charge, they will never be in our universal health coverage plan. We have costed the equipments, we have costed the drugs, we have costed the services with experts, the procurement of any equipment, the one that I see people talking about in the media. There was a procurement process. It was carried out between the counties and the national and the Ministry of Health. There is no obligation on any county to get any equipment from any supplier. There is no one supplier. I think there are 7 or so suppliers. And there is no obligation on any county. Anybody who says they were forced by the national government to sign whatever contract, those are conmen and they are liars. Because Mungaro is here, Abdul Samad is here, Fatuma is here, they are governors. There is nobody who forced them to sign any contract. That is the truth. Nobody was forced. And nobody, you have to be a fool to be forced to sign the wrong thing, and you actually sign. You know, and you go and announce that I was forced. You know? And number 2, even if you sign for whatever equipment, it is you to choose what equipment you need. And if you have alternative ways of getting that equipment, you are free to get those alternative equipments from wherever. The only thing we were doing is to these are the county governments. That's the truth. Sindio Mungaro. That's correct. So let us not, and I am here and I will look the people of Kenya in the eye and tell them there will be no corruption in social health as long as I'm president. You know? And I am willing to be challenged, because we must get rid of corruption. We must get rid of fraud. We must make sure that Kenyans get the benefit and value for every cent they spend on everything, including in matters health. So that is how we're going to do it. It's going to be a commitment that we are going to make, all of us. I have asked all our counties and even the private sector. The program we have is going to make sure that citizens can pay for services, but those services must be provided. That is why there is need to have equipment in our hospitals. That is why there is need to have medicine in our facilities. And that is why there is necessity to have the human capital in terms of health professionals to provide that service. And we are working with the counties to make sure that wherever we can assist as the national government, let me say this, we just released 2 days ago 1.5 billion shillings to assist KEMSA to make sure that they work with the counties to access drugs. I have asked my friends in the county governments to also pay their part to KEMSA so that we can get drugs, so that when citizens go to look for health service, there is money to pay from SHA, but there must also be drugs, human capital to dispense, and also equipment to make sure that that service is provided. So we need a healthy population for us to drive our country into the next level. Let me also assure the people of this great country that we are going to work together. we have made a solemn commitment that tribalism is not going to be part of our DNA. We must get rid of it. I know there are leaders who are unhappy that we have an expanded government. We have a government that brings everybody on board. Let me just tell them, this country belongs to all of us. There is no special Kenya. There is no special place. There is no special group of people. We are all one people, the people of Kenya. And we must, it is our duty to work together. Hakuna haja ya kukasirika ati kwa sababu unataka watu wengine wakue nje miaka yote. You know? Tufanye kazi kwa pamoja. Hii Kenya inatutosha. This country is big enough for all of us. We must not exclude others. It is not necessary. Let us include everybody. Working together, we can build the synergy, we can build the momentum to create that which is enough for every Kenyan, from every community, and from every region, and from every county. On that, I am solid rock. I'm not moving an inch. We must stay the course. Nichukue nafasi hii nimpongeze gavana wetu Gideon Mung'aro kwa maono, mpango na vile vile viongozi wa kaunti hii kwa kuungana naye ili tuweze kuweka Kilifi mahali ambapo watu wataelewa ya kwamba pale Kilifi kuna nafasi ya uwekezaji, kuna nafasi ya biashara, kuna nafasi ya kupanua uchumi, ajira ipatikane, tuweze kuzalisha uchumi wenu, tuondoe umaskini, ndio Kenya iweze kupiga hatua ya kwenda mbele. There cannot be a progressive Kenya without our thriving counties. It is therefore a privilege for me to be in the midst of this esteemed gathering of local and international investors, leaders from all levels of public sector, both national and within our counties, and stakeholders at the inaugural Kilifi County International Investment Conference, a groundbreaking event to showcase Kilifi County as a premier investment destination for Kenya, East Africa, and the world. The time has come to show that beyond its renowned, vibrant culture, sandy beaches, and hospitable people, Kilifi is also a competitive destination for transformative investments. This conference demonstrates that our counties are not only capable of leading, but are already driving the transformation of Kenya's socio-economic landscape. Today, as we shine a spotlight on Kilifi's immense potential, we gather to reaffirm our commitment to building an economy where prosperity is shared from the bottom going up. Devolution has provided us with a unique opportunity and the capacity to empower our grassroots by unlocking untapped socioeconomic potential. Kilifi County exemplifies this promise, making bold strides to establish itself as an investment, industrial, and commercial hub, while highlighting its significant contribution to our nation's reputation as a land of opportunity, shared prosperity, and limitless possibilities. The government of Kenya remains steadfast in its commitment to ensuring that all counties across Kenya harness their unique endowments and capitalize on their undeniable potential to attract investment and emerge as powerful engines of our national growth and development. Each of the 5 strategic pillars of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda is dedicated to implementing clear plans that translate this vision into reality, ensuring that no one is left behind on our journey towards prosperity and socio-economic transformation. Nowhere is this impact more evident than here in Kilifi, in particular, and the coastal region in general. Through modernized infrastructure, thriving export processing zones, and special economic zones, we are demonstrating the power of devolution to deliver real, tangible, and transformative outcomes. These efforts not only enhance the dignity of our people, but also create meaningful jobs, put money in their pockets, and secure their health. For instance, our efforts to modernize port infrastructure are bearing fruit. The Port of Mombasa, a critical gateway for trade, has seen cargo throughput rise from 33.8 million metric tons in 2022 to 35.9 million metric tons in 2023, with container traffic increasing by 12% to 1.6 million units. Similarly, Lamu Port, now fully operational, handled 27,000 metric tons of cargo from 36 vessels in 2023, and recent upgrades, including the installation of modern gantry cranes, have enabled it to handle 3 ships simultaneously today. Reduced tariffs and extended free storage periods have further enhanced its appeal, driving growth and opening new trade corridors. I am very proud that today we have issued the approval letter to Vipingo Special Economic Zone, a 2,000-acre facility that I am informed by the partners of Centum, our friends from Arise, and I'm sure they are here. Watu wa Arise wako area? Are they here? The Arise people? Oh, right there. Great friends of Kenya. I am confident about their investment potential and capacity to turn around the space we have in this rare Vipingo area as a special economic zone facility. I must commend the people of Kilifi, specifically the people of Kaloleni and the people of Kayafungo, for having the foresight to know that instead of subdividing the 3,000 acres into little plots that would have not as much meaning, they have decided to consolidate that 3,000 acres into a special economic zone that will see greater investment in Kaloleni and in Kilifi County. And I agree with the Governor, our Speaker. For those of you who don't understand Kiswahili, let me paraphrase the Wahenga story he told us. Speaker Kingi has told us, if you want to be a grandfather, you must allow your daughter to be married. Otherwise, you can't be a grandfather. So, if we want to see the transformation that we want, we must allow land in Kayafungo to be made a special economic zone. That is how we are going to create the jobs of the future. That is where we are going to create the economy of the future and the wealth of the future. It is just as simple as that. And it speaks to many of our projects in Kenya. Those who stand in the way of many of these projects they are delaying our opportunity to be called grandfathers. And I'm very proud of the people of Kilifi. I am very proud of the county government of Kilifi, the MCAs who are here, who are supporting your county government, supporting the initiatives, the investments that are being pushed by your county governments. It is the right thing to do. Many people will tell you, why are you not opposing Mungaro is doing this? Why don't you oppose this? Why don't you oppose that? Let me ask you to do the right thing. If something is right, say it is right. If something is wrong, let us say it is wrong. But let us not play petty politics on everything. We have a country to look after, and you people have a county to mind and to develop and to grow. So I must commend the leaders in this county. I see the leaders in this county from across the divide, the political divide. They are working together on matters that are important to the people of this county. You must stand together and assist this county. Ndio nasema nimefurahi sana kuona ya kwamba katika kaunti ya Kilifi kuna watu wazalendo wa kaunti hii ambao wanaelewa maana ya waegezaji na miradi na mipango ambayo itasaidia kukuza uchumi wa kaunti hii ya Kilifi. Na mimi nataka niwaeleze serikali ya Kenya itasimama kidete pamoja na nyinyi. Ndio nilisema pale mbeleni, mimi sijakuja hapa kwa sababu nimekosa mahali pa kwenda. Nimekuja hapa makusudi because I have a duty to encourage when people are doing the right thing, we must encourage them to do even better. So, muzidi na kufanya bidii hiyo. Kilifi County has steadily evolved into a hub for thriving export processing zone. Notable firms include Nuts and More Processing, East Africa, which you all know, which employs 405 workers to process cashew nuts for export. For a very long time, we wanted an export facility, and we're going to support this company to make sure that it does more. Let me also inform the county government of Kilifi that we have resources in our commodities fund that can support seeds and growing of cashew nuts in Kilifi County. If you apply to our commodities fund, we want a partnership between the county government of Kilifi and the national government. We will support your new varieties, new investments in coconut growing that will help support the export of coconut economy in this county. We also have Kenya Tropical Sea Life EPZ right here in Kilifi that exports ornamental and exotic marine fish to many parts of the world, including in Dubai. Right from Kilifi County here. Again, we will work together to see to it that we provide the necessary environment for the expansion of these facilities that already exist in this county, not to mention Fuhua Kenya EPZ Limited that produces knitted fabrics and undergarments with 747 employees already here. And I am informed of their next phase of investment that will extend the number of employed staff to about 3,000 employees. When I was in China 2 years ago, we engaged this company. I am very happy that today in Kilifi, there is an investment and the young people of Kilifi have jobs and we are expanding our export into the global market. And also to mention the Mega Apparel Industries Limited manufacturing woven clothing, and providing jobs to 3,300 people, again, here in Kilifi. It speaks to the opportunities that can be unlocked in Kilifi. These are just, but to mention a few, the EPZ facility that will now be created here in Vipingo, and the one that will be operationalized in Kaya Fungo will double the capacities that I have mentioned here significantly. And it also speaks to our overall plan, as was said by Minister Mvurya, what we are doing in Sagana, EPZ, what we are doing in Muranga, EPZ, what we are doing in Nakuru, what we are doing in Eldoret, what we are doing in Busia, and what we will be doing in the other areas, including the one I mentioned day before yesterday in Taita Taveta County, including all the other facilities that we are working on. This is what we must do. We must work together as leaders to unlock the potential that exists in our country. The Vipingo Free Trade Zone is set to host over 200 industries across key sectors, including agro-processing, manufacturing, IT, logistics, green energy, and pharmaceuticals. And I want to encourage the minister to make sure that whatever hurdles stand in the way for that investment are removed so that we can unlock that potential and create jobs. This investment is projected to create at least 10,000 new jobs over the next few years, and this zone offers fiscal incentives, sustainable energy solutions, and state-of-the-art infrastructure, empowering MSMEs and fostering local supply chains and advancing Kenya's industrialization agenda. Beyond industrial growth, the national government is committed to revitalizing the tourism sector, both in the coastal region and across the country. Tourist arrivals in 2024 are projected to reach 2.5 million, up from 1.4 in 2022, signaling the dawn of a new era of excellence in Kenya's tourism industry. With an ambitious target of attracting 5 million tourists in the next 5 years, we are implementing innovative policies such as the visa-free entry program, which simplifies access for international visitors and solidifies Kenya's position as a premier global destination. Here in Kilifi, the resurgence of tourism is apparent with the refurbishment of hospitality facilities, ensuring the sector continues to sustain thousands of families while strengthening Kenya's place on the global tourism map. I was very pleased to hear the governor of Kwale tell us that there are no rooms available in the hotels in Kwale. That is the best news that we can get, that our hotel facilities are doing well, and we are looking for additional investors to invest in that space. It speaks volumes of the kind of intervention that we have put in place and the working together between counties and the national government, and also our tourism sector performance and the profiling that we have done for Kenya to make sure that people globally appreciate the position of Kenya as a country that is safe, a destination that has value, and a people that are warm. I did commit that because as an administration, we believe in the power of devolution. And we believe that devolution can deliver as new centers of growth around Kenya. We did commit that we would find an amicable solution to the standoff that existed between the two houses. I'm very happy that that was sorted out last week, and I have already signed the Division of Revenue bill into law. And now the counties can access 387 billion of the shareable revenue, and also whatever else that comes in by way of grants. I did also commit to the counties that we will also make sure that CARA, that divides the money between counties, will also be expedited. And I am happy to note that yesterday, Senate completed its deliberations, and this afternoon, the National Assembly has given me undertaking that they will complete, so that again, all counties can receive their allocations, provide service, and drive our economies in our counties. I also must commend that to be able to create an enabling environment, to be able to expand opportunity, attract investment, we must have a skilled workforce. And that's the reason why we must invest carefully in our education. Because we need the men and women to drive our industries. We need the men and women to drive our investment capabilities. And it is the reason why the government of Kenya, we are committed to investing in education. Every member of parliament here knows that we have made a decision that we are going to support all the TVETs and all the universities with accommodation facilities using our housing fund. We have also made a commitment that we are going to make sure that all our schools have adequate teachers. As I talk to you, the recruitment of another 20,000 teachers is going on in the country so that we can better protect our education sector.